Yo guys, I hope you're doing really well. In this video, I'm going to be covering like an outreach system that I'm currently using that is working insanely well for me personally. It's kind of like an outreach funnel, if you like. And as I said, it's doing amazingly well for me. It's funny because it's been working that well for me that I've had so many people messaging me and wanting to sort of learn exactly what it is that I'm doing in sort of the, real granular detail with the exact email scripts, exact softwares, how I set everything up and whatnot. As I said, I've had so many people message me wanting to know that kind of information that I've been starting to hop on a few coaching calls, sort of just like one-off coaching calls. Obviously, I offer my 4-week intensive mentorship, which is really where we start, take someone from literally 0 to, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 a month with their agency. But as I said, I'll be doing one-off coaching calls and, showing them how to sort of go about the outreach process that I'm going to do a broad overview of in this video. And the results have been absolutely insane. As you can see on the screen right now, people are just booking meetings left, right and center. Going from not being able to get any meetings at all within the e-commerce niche to be getting, their first meeting all the way up until, like 3 to 4 per week consistently with this outreach process. So first things first, if you would like something like that, where we hop on a call one-to-one, and I show you exactly what it is that I'm doing. And I obviously give you the email scripts, literally everything that I do, I will show you on the call. If you want something like that, message me on my Instagram, the link will be down below. Message me on my Instagram and we can get it set up and finally start getting you 3 to 4 meetings per week. But as I said, in this video, I'm going to be doing like a super broad overview, like a bird's eye view of the entirety of the outreach process. And then for those of you, as I said, who really want to take it to that next level and actually start booking in 3 to 4 meetings per week, hit the link below, it's my Instagram link, and message me on my Instagram, you can get that set up. As I said, the broad overview of the outreach process is, first things first is I always say, I try and find like a perfect business on Instagram, like an Instagram profile. I try and find a perfect business. So a perfect business for me is a business that ticks all of the qualifying boxes in terms of, the size, what they're currently doing, their current foundations, their brand and whatnot. If a business ticks all of those boxes, then what I will do is go onto their Instagram and then I will hit the suggestions box on, next to follow, you get a suggestions box. And what it does is essentially brings up a whole heap of similar accounts to that already qualified business that we've qualified. From there, I will hit onto their website link, which is more often than not in the bio. Hit the website link, go into their website, check it out. Once again, I will take this new business through all of the qualifying points that I, obviously, as I said, that I take them through to ensure that the leads that we're reaching out to are super qualified and they're just businesses that can actually afford our services. A lot of my students come to me and they say that they're asking for, even if it's like they're asking for like 1,500 a month, like it's not too much, but they're just saying that they just can't seem to find a business that's willing to pay. And that is always because the qualifying process that you take your leads through initially isn't strong enough. And so they're just getting businesses that are doing maybe 10K a month, 15K a month, even sometimes it might even be like 5K a month, and it's just simply not enough for them to cover their costs and also to pay you a 1,500 per month, 2,000 per month, whatever the case may be. As I said, that's the first step, is I take each business through a rigorous qualifying process to ensure that I'm not wasting my time with businesses that can't actually afford my services. So as I said, find a perfect business on Instagram that ticks all of the qualifying boxes. From there, you want to hit the similar accounts or suggestions tab on that account, and it's going to bring up a whole heap more of similar accounts to that already qualified business. From there, the qualifying process is kind of going onto their website, seeing if they've got a good website in place, have a look onto their Facebook, see what kind of ads they're running, see if they've got a strong Instagram following, because I'm not too sure if a lot of you know, but you can actually create audiences within Facebook when you're running the ads based on their Instagram engagement, Instagram followers, etc. So if they've got a strong foundation in place, once again, it makes your job far, far more easier when it comes to actually getting them results if you sign them on as a client. So that's the first things first is, I find a perfect business, take it through my rigorous qualifying process, and then I will go into the similar accounts tab on that business that's already qualified. And as I said, it's going to bring up a whole heap more businesses that are qualified because they're similar to the already qualified business, if that makes sense. From there, I will still take them through the qualification process just to make sure that they definitely are qualified. And then, obviously, on the initial account that you find, the initial perfect business, you go the similar accounts on there, and then within those accounts that you find, you're going to bring them up all into a new tab. And then on those accounts, if you find another business that's super qualified, then you can also go into their similar accounts and you're going to get a whole heap more. So once you find a few perfect initial businesses, it's kind of infinite from there, because you go into the similar accounts on that one, find another one, similar accounts, and it's just really it's just endless amount of leads that come to you that are all very, very qualified because they're similar to the already qualified business. So once you start finding a lot of qualified businesses, what I then do is take it into Pipedrive. I actually have my Pipedrive set up in a certain way, which is kind of a bird's eye view of the entire outreach process, so I can organize my leads, make sure that they're all at the perfect positions where they need to be. I don't reply to someone who's not replied back to me, or maybe send out the same email twice to one lead because I'm not organizing it. So I organize it really well in Pipedrive. So every time I find a qualified business, I put it all into Pipedrive. And so, I put it into the initial column, so that's where they all are. And then from there, I take them through the process. But as I said, those of you that have had the coaching calls with me or, are going to message me, all of this information I'll give to you. I'll literally set it up for you. And you can just, as I said, just copy my exact workflow, my exact scripts, my just exact process that I'm literally currently using. As I said last week, I actually booked 7 meetings personally from this exact outreach process. So it really works. And as I said, also, a lot of my students are booking a lot of meetings from it as well. So, it's not just me who's reaping the rewards of this outreach process. Almost all of my students are getting insane amounts of meetings as well. So as I said, from going back to it, once you've found qualified businesses, you want to put them into Pipedrive, and then that allows you to organize and store the leads really, really well. And then from there, you want to send out your initial email. You want to have sort of like a 3 to 4 part email sequence. I personally and my students have a 4-part email sequence. So from there, as I said, you want to get as many qualified leads as you can in that initial column. And then from there, you want to send out the first contact. And then you always want to make sure that you leave 2 days in between each contact, just to give, leave a 2-day buffer between each email you send out. This allows the business owner to respond back if they're going to, and it also decreases your chances of getting your email put into the spam folder or whatever. If you keep emailing the same email back every single day and they're not replying back to you, then it's gonna mark your email as sort of a spam, and the deliverability of your email will significantly go down. So you obviously don't want that to happen. So as I said, from there, you want to send out the emails 2 days in between each email, and you want to make sure that you have a good scheduling system in place so that your clients can just easily schedule in a call with you, just in case obviously a client sees the email, they want to actually book in a call with you. You want to make sure that your scheduling software or system, whatever it is that you personally do, is really, really good. And it's just not going to turn them away, because it's super hard to actually get in a call with you. As I said, once again, all of my students and whatnot get my personal my personal scheduling software, which is probably one of the most streamlined scheduling systems I've came across personally. It works amazingly well, and it actually increases your meetings that you will get because it's just so seamless and so frictionless as well. And the final thing as well, you know, in order to get the owner's name and email, you can just use Chrome extensions. I personally use Snovio. It's just a Chrome extension. You can, when you go onto the website, you want to hit the Chrome extension, and then from there it will give you all of the emails that are associated with that specific website that you're on. And more often than not, it's literally just going to say owner and then the name, and then below it's going to have the email of the owner. So that's how you make sure that you always find the owner's email. And also you want to make sure that you only send out emails to the owners. You never want to send out an email to info at or sales at or hello at. You always want to make sure that you're speaking directly with the owner. So as I said, that's a super broad overview of my outreach process that I currently am using. To literally get me anywhere from sort of 4 to 7 meetings per week personally. And as I said, my students are getting anywhere from 3 to 4 per week using this exact same outreach process. So if you're interested in learning exactly how to do it and literally guaranteeing yourself e-commerce meetings, hit the link below. As I said, send me a message on Instagram and we can get that set up. As I said, it's almost guaranteeing you e-commerce meetings because it's working for me, it's working for all of my students, so there is literally no reason at all why it won't work for you. As I said, I give you my exact email scripts, my exact workflow that I do, and I literally get you to pull your screen up and I walk you through exactly what it is that I do. So you're guaranteeing yourself e-commerce meetings. So as I said, message me on my Instagram, link is down below. And I hope this broad overview kind of gave you some more context on how it is that I'm going about setting 4 to 7 meetings with qualified, highly qualified e-commerce meetings, e-commerce businesses per week. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.